Come, come to me. There's love in my heart. You know, this is something so beautiful, or that woman is so beautiful. But at the same time, you can do anger. How dare you, you can show strength, you can show power. It's a whole language, this beautiful flower opening up the buds, or the bee on the flower, the water. There's a big tree with lots of branches under which I'm sitting and I'm waiting, and the rains come, or there are clouds in the sky, or there's thunder and lightning, So all this kind of expression, and it's a lot.
This is beautiful. Welcome to another episode of After Hours with me, Ushna Shah. I am so excited for tonight's episode. Dance जो है वो एक ऐसी ज़बान है कि जब अल्फाज आपका साथ ना दें तो आप अपना मीनिंग जो है डांस के थ्रू एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं. जो हमारी अगली गेस्ट है, शी इज़ ए ब्रिलियंट क्लासिकल डांसर, भारतनाट्यम, कथक, ओडिसी, और उन्होंने अपने डांस के थ्रू बहुत सारी मूवमेंट स्टार्ट की. उन्होंने अपने डांस की ज़बान में उन टॉपिक्स पे बात की जो अक्सर बहुत मुश्किल थी या फिर बैंड थी. She is one of the most important activists of our time. She has spoken up for so many causes, especially women's rights, and she's always talking about humanitarian causes. She is an asset. Please help me welcome Sheema Kirmani ji. Thank you so much for joining us. I am such a big fan of yours. I'm so inspired by you. I think aapne औरतों के लिए you carved such a beautiful path for all of us in Pakistan, in a society like Pakistan. So I have to thank you for this.
Thank you.
On behalf of all of us. Sheema ji, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I would love to know a little bit about your background and how it's influenced your dance, your performance.
Well, yes, I think जो इंसान का बचपन होता है, childhood होता है, that definitely, as you said, carves your personality. So I think what was wonderful in my childhood was the exposure that my parents gave to us in terms of reading, books, music, theatre, dance. मतलब इन सब चीज़ों का not only did they make it accessible for us, they also encourage us to learn all these arts.
Yes.
So from a young age, I was sent to learn Western classical music. So I learned
Western
how to play.
Classical.
Yes, Western
so you can
classical.
play the piano.
I can play the piano and read Western music. Because Western classical is written.
Right, the notes.
The notes, exactly. For 8 long years, I learned that. Our convent, this was in Rawalpindi Presentation Convent, and the nuns were teaching, but Trinity College of Music, London से examiner आते थे और वो exam लेते थे, तो कई grades मैंने उनके साथ pass किए, and I have those certificates. So that was the grounding in music, which was, I think, so important and gave me so much. My father was very fond of Western classical music. So Sundays को music लगा रहता था, whether it was Beethoven or Tchaikovsky or Mozart. So it was in one's ears all the time. Yeah. So that was actually a very nice childhood. And then my mother was very fond of reading. So there would always be books in the house. We would be encouraged to buy books, give books as presents to our friends. Matlab we did, and I don't remember giving anything else to a friend except a book to read. तो इस तरह से था, and then this is a long time ago. So at that time there was no mobile or computer. So हम लोग, it was our hobbies were like going out, collecting flowers, wild flowers, drying them, putting them in scrapbooks, and then we were told कि अब you have all of this material, तो अब इसके cards बनाओ, you know, so birthday cards, other cards were made. So you know that brought out our creativity in a sense, and that was a wonderful thing.
It sounds like a very wonderfully cultured home that you had, it reminds me of my childhood because my mother always encouraged reading a lot.
Yes,
उन्होंने भी कोशिश की मैं कथक जाके सीखूं, and I was just at the age when internet had come in and taken over.
Right.
So up until I was 10, maybe flowers collect करती थी, cards बनाती थी, what you said, and then the internet came, and it ruined it all.
Yes, exactly. But and also, you know, along with this, we were also encouraged कि जैसे birthdays होती हैं, anniversaries होती हैं ना, तो उसमें our parents would say, create something, a celebration. So do an event instead of just a party. We would, the cousins and all and friends would get together. अब अगर कोई कहानी पढ़ी है तो उसको enact कर लिया.
Oh, beautiful.
So isn't that lovely? I mean, you know, so we would make our own costumes, do our own makeup.
Oh, that's wonderful.
कोई fairy बन रहा है तो कोई witch बन रहा है, you know.
That's wonderful. This is great advice for raising children.
Absolutely.
When I have children,
you know, अपने parents के anniversary के लिए, well, what are you presenting? इस साल हम लोगों को क्या दिखाओगे? You know, and so a poem को लेके बना लिया, या उसकी reading, dramatic reading कर, just अपनी तरफ से, and you know they would help us along कि अच्छा इसको ऐसे कर लो, इसको ऐसे कर लो, and I think that all, and I think you know if we give our youth, the young children, these kind of things to do, rather than put the mobile in their hand and say कि तुम यही देखते रहो, and then copy करो या imitate करो ये गाना. I mean creativity तब निकलती
मर जाती है, बिल्कुल
मर जाती है इस तरह से.
I completely agree.
And and more than that, and you open up your imagination.
I completely agree because ever since social media has taken over, I can no longer write stories the way I used to as a child.
Which is so sad.
लिखती रहती थी.
And it's so sad.
It's so sad.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. So see, you guys, this is golden advice that we're getting. We have to really limit screen time and encourage creativity in our children.
Absolutely. And also, you know, the other thing about limiting screen, because that is so isolating. You're with the phone and yourself. But when you're doing this kind of a thing, you're bonding with your cousins, your friends, and you're having your fights, but you're also having great friendships, you know, and it creates a sense of acceptance of other. कि तो दूसरा कह रहा है नहीं मुझे ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करना है, you do this, मैं तो ऐसे movement करूँगी या करूँगा बोले, and that is also something that as at a young age you learn कि everyone is different.
You have more tolerance that way.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're social animals. अगर हम इस तरह इस social media की दुनिया में isolate हो जाएंगे जो इतनी it's so guarded in the way कि people show you what they want to show you, फिर वो हसरतें भी पैदा होती हैं उससे जो बच्चों में आ रही हैं. I think this is brilliant advice. How did you get into dance? So what is your expertise? Kathak या Bharatnatyam?
No, so yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that. So my mother, who is from Hyderabad, Deccan, so you know, when we were young, so her parents were still living there. So she used to take us by train. From here, we used to go down the subcontinent to Hyderabad. Deccan is in the south of India, you know. तो एक लंबा 2-3 दिन की ट्रेन.
तब आसान था वहाँ जाना, borders cross करना, चले जाते थे.
Well, it is strange, you know. हाँ, अभी से तो बहुत ज़्यादा पहले आसान था. मतलब this is before the 65 war. Things became more tense after the 65 war, and then started becoming worse and worse. In fact, also let me tell you, I mean, my father was here in this part in 47. My father was already posted somewhere in this region, which then became Pakistan. But my mother was living in Hyderabad, Deccan, and he went in 1948 to India to get married. Though he was in the Pakistan army, he went to so things were very different. ना सिर्फ borders खुले थे, passports भी नहीं थे, and there was, you know, there was this. People had this idea that perhaps, you know,
it's
the crossing will be, it will be the same. Some families are living here, some families are living on the other side of the border.
Never imagined it would get this
worse
dark.
And worse, unfortunately. Anyway, so my grandparents were in Hyderabad. So we used to travel with my mother and go to visit them, you know, the grandparents, summer holidays mein. And I have lovely memories of that, being there for 2-3 months in the summer holidays.
So lucky.
सुबह उठो तो कान में कहीं neighbor से सितार की आवाज़ आ रही है, कोई गाना सीख रहा है. And my mother herself used to learn dance.
अच्छा.
तो उनके उस्ताद घर पे आते थे.
अच्छा.
मतलब और फिर वो 2-3 महीने जो भी सीखती यूज्ड टू लर्न भरतनाट्यम, बिकॉज साउथ इंडिया में भरतनाट्यम है.
अच्छा.
तो एंड देन शी वुड मेक दीज लिटिल ड्राइंग्स एंड ब्रिंग देम बैक. फिर वापस आके वो प्रैक्टिस करती थी अपना.
पोस्चर्स की ड्राइंग्स.
हाँ, ताकि शी वुड रिमेंबर, you know. हाँ, वो फिर मैंने भी वही सीखा. Later on when I went to India, so I have these little drawings that I would make, so that, you know, because you're learning so much, so it's difficult to remember the sequence of things. So you draw out your postures and you keep on. Anyway, तो वहाँ से डांस का वो हुआ, because she just loved it. Was a pleasure for her and an enjoyment for her. तो वो घर पे आके उस्ताद सिखाते थे, हम लोग बैठ के देखते थे. We were very small. I mean, you know, 7, 6, 7, 8, and then finally when I was around 13 when we moved to Karachi.
Okay.
And my mother found a couple here in Karachi, a Mr. and Mrs. Ghansham. Okay. तो ये जो एक couple था, that set up a school called the Rhythmic Art Center in Karachi.
Achha.
And interestingly, they had been invited by Prime Minister of Pakistan. Can you imagine? मतलब how things change. सरवर्दी साहब प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे. वो भी बंगाली थे, कलकत्ता के. और घनश्याम साहब भी बंगाली थे, कलकत्ता के. So they knew each other. तो इन्होंने उनको वहाँ से बुलाया and said, there's no dance and music school here. We want you to come and set up. And Karachi was a capital mine, remember? At that time. So we want to come and set up a dance school here in Karachi. तो वो आए. And for years they set up this school and they were teaching, and so that's where I started learning with them. And when you're asking me which style, तो उनका style जो था वो एक इस तरह का था कि there was Bharatanatyam, there was Odissi, there was Kathak, and Manipuri, which is another form. So, you know, classical dance has different styles.
Right.
Indian classical dance. Mostly people know about Kathak. They don't know
because
about...
that's our national dance also.
Well, you can't call it national.
Quote-unquote national dance. Not that we... But Kathak यहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत ज़रा ज़्यादा schools में सिखा दे. कुछ schools में चंद दिन के दो.
Because people think कि Kathak है ज़्यादा Muslim culture से related है. हालांकि all these dance styles are pre-religion. People think that because it saw Kathak evolved into another form in the Mughal courts.
Right. Okay.
I mean, but it existed much before that. I mean, all dance.
Right, of course. And Kathak is more storytelling.
All dances are storytelling. Bharatanatyam, Odissi are huge storytelling. उनमें तो इतना ज़्यादा developed है storytelling का कि everything that you have, you know, your whole body tells the story the way you stand. Then so that's the first thing, you know, your posture of standing. You know, you can be waiting, or you can be anticipating, or you can be in wonder. And
what's your favorite style?
My favorite is Odissi style.
Odissi.
मगर इसका origin कहाँ है? इसका origin तो मैं समझती हूँ Indus Valley civilization में. Here. Yes, because if you look at the at Mohenjo-daro, and all the artifacts that have been discovered from the ruins and the excavations, you look at the most important artifact on dance all over the world actually is this figurine of a female standing in the Odissi posture, which is a 3-bend posture of the body.
Right.
And she's known as the dancing girl of Mohenjo-daro. Yes. So this is the origin. I mean, this is where the styles that I do relate to exactly those postures. और वहाँ के excavations में से और चीज़ें भी निकली हैं. मतलब there's a figure holding a drum like this. And we do this movement in dance, you know, playing the drum. Or there's another figure holding the flute.
Wow.
So it's सारी चीज़ें, so this is where the origins lie. 2500
The more
BC.
you're telling me, the more मेरा दिल टूट रहा है. Because
we deny it.
हम deny करते हैं और हम उस ज़मीन पे हैं जिसमें दुनिया की सबसे पुरानी civilizations में से एक चीज़ हमारे हाथ में है, हमारे आर्टिस्ट रह गए हमें सिखाने वाले और हम आर्ट को इस तरह शन कर देते हैं. Whereas across the border, मानना पड़ेगा, they celebrate it.
Absolutely, we've erased our history. We have to connect with all of this, and then you are so rich. I mean, Indus Valley civilization is the envy of the world.
Yes.
Ushna, it's the oldest civilization in the world.
And here we are denying it completely. But ये तो history का erasure तो अब हमारी identity एक किस्म से बन गया.
Exactly.
It really pains me. I'll get in trouble for this कि हमने इतने सालों का Sikh rule लाहौर history books में से मिटा दिया. हमने इतनी चीजें because हम इतने the fact that this country was supposed to be open to all religions.
Absolutely.
And we've shunned it so much and killed culture.
I would even add that when I came to Karachi, and this is like before 65, this is like, we moved to Karachi, if I remember right, 63 वगैरह में, because I've seen the 65 war in Karachi.
Achha.
So, and when I went to school here in Karachi, it was a city full of diverse cultures. It was still the capital of Pakistan, you know, and it was lively city with people from different ethnic and religious backgrounds. In my class itself, in school, I had Parsis, Hindus, Christians. We even had one Jewish boy in my class. Itna diverse था.
और अब
देख लो,
अब देख लें. बिल्कुल. So मुझे उस era के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं. You, as amazing as you look, I'm surprised कि आप you've lived through so much history, mashallah.
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing, but mashallah, mashallah. So tell me, जहाँ तक मुझे पता है, from what I hear from my mother, things culturally took a very dark turn since General Zia came in. बहुत चीजें हो गई. उससे पहले it sounds like a very golden era.
Well, it had started a little bit earlier, I would say, because if we look at the political history, I mean, things had started when when Bhutto started banning, for instance, he banned alcohol. उसके बाद बहुत चीजें, and then he declared a certain community non-Muslim.
Absolutely, which made life absolutely miserable for them.
चीजें तो पहले सरासी शुरू हो गई थी. You know, the use of religion to for the benefit of a certain class. That is always harmful, and I think that ruins societies.
And it did ruin us.
And it's our downfall. And anywhere in the world, I mean, you look at other countries of the world, look at what's happening in India even today. So they're following our pattern. I mean, using religion. I mean, एक जगह fundamentalism आया, फिर दूसरी जगह आया. Even America में आप देख लो कितना Christian fundamentalism आ गया.
मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लगता है कि fundamentalism जहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है, I feel like it's coming from one place and it's being funded so that it can be weaponized and destroy society.
Yes, and they've got their networks, spread like that. And it is really, I think it's destroying humanity and human civilizations. And because, you know, you can't have a society which only celebrates oneness. अभी इधर ही देख ले. I mean, there's so many different colors in this. You know, the flowers I was seeing around you. I mean, they're all different colors. That is the beauty. But if it was only one, how boring.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And we're going to come right back to this. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. We are sitting with the wonderful Sheema Kirmani ji. It is such an honor to have you here.
Thank you, dear.
थोड़ा सा मैं आपको और तंग करूँ इस बारे में. Speaking of art in those days, my mother worked in television, so this is how I can. So before I get you in trouble, I can say कि मैंने उनसे सुना है कि things changed drastically for art in the 80s, late 70s, 80s onwards. So उस ज़माने में, what did you do to keep your art alive?
Yes. So you see, then when General Zia-ul Haq came, actually, so and he had this agenda to Islamize the society, so-called Islamizer. I mean,
जो उनका version है.
हाँ, उनका version था, because Pakistan तो has been a Muslim society. I mean, with a majority of Muslim population, he started bringing these laws, which were basically how they turn out is that they become anti-women. And when they are anti-women, they're also anti-art. You know, because women are related to life and art is life and living. I mean, that's how I look at it. And things like every female has to cover wear a चादर. तो आपको याद होगा कि टेलीविजन पे भी ये रेगुलेशन आ गया. Then there were people like उस वक्त थी वो मेहताब चन्ना कि मैं तो नहीं चादर पहनूंगी, and she resigned. So you know, women, yes, so women have resisted this constantly, and I think I mean, before I go on to talk about it, I would actually say that I think whenever there has been oppressive laws in Pakistan, it's the women who have resisted. Till today, अभी भी आप देख लें, औरत मार्च होता है, इतनी सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जो कि औरतें कर रही हैं.
जी.
हाँ, तो ज़िया साहब ने एक तो ये कि एंटी वुमेन लॉज ले आए थे, और साथ साथ when I say anti art, he also banned dance on the stage by women. जबकि उनके मिनिस्टर्स और वगैरह के घरों में जो दूसरे किस्म का डांस होता है जिसे यहाँ पे मुजरा कहा जाता है, you know, which is dance for male titillation.
Yes.
And what we do is a dance which is as an art form.
Yes.
तो ये दो मुख्तलिफ फॉर्म्स हो गए ना, मतलब जैसे हर चीज़ में होता है, there is vulgar literature and there is classical literature. In the same way dance में भी इस तरह से होता है. तो वो सब चल रहा था. So you know, the society developed in a very hypocritical way. That's what I want to say.
Yes.
And so जब आपने डांस बैन कर दिया तो कितना असर हुआ इस सोसाइटी पे. तुम सोचो कि मिसाल के तौर पे जहाँ पे उर्स होता है कोई भी सूफ़ी सेंट का, जैसे 7 पे होता है या बुल्ले शाह का उर्स, तो वहाँ पे हमेशा से सदियों से एक डांस हुआ करता था जो डिवोशनल डांस जिसे हम कहते हैं, जिसे धमाल भी हम कहते हैं, वो भी बैन हो गया. So you see, then you start changing the fabric of society, because you change the cities, you change the small towns, and you change the mentality of the people. Okay, now all of this, which is something so natural for human beings to do, to move when they are happy.
जब एक बच्चा छोटा सा होता है, एक बेबी भी आप बीट लगा दें वो नाचता है. It's in us.
And आप देखें कभी भी कोई शादी के मौके पे या कहीं भी when people get together and dance, then you look at their faces, एक खुशी में दिखती है उनके चेहरों पे, you know. तो वो सारी खुशियाँ आप जिंदगी से निकाल दें तो what kind of society are you building? और उसका असर आज बहुत ज़्यादा वाज़े हो गया. किस तरह से कि देखिए उस वक्त तो ये कि स्टेट कह रहा था कि नहीं, यू कैन नॉट हैव अ डांस परफॉर्मेंस. सो आई कुड नॉट हैव अ डांस परफॉर्मेंस इन एन ऑडिटोरियम, बट one finds loopholes and ways out. So I had to get a NOC जो कहलाता था No Objection Certificate at that time, which was a very strong thing that you had to go to the police office, you had to get your character verified, you had to go to the ministry.
Character verification, my God.
You had to go to the Ministry of Information to tell them exactly what you're doing. अगर आपके पास script है तो वो censor होती थी, इतना सब कुछ था. और उसके बाद आपको कोई 7 ऑफिसेज के बाद आपको एक NOC मिलता था कि यू कैन डू योर इवेंट, और उस इवेंट में डांस नहीं लिख सकते थे बिकॉज दैट वाज बैंड. तो फिर हमने कहा कि अच्छा आप कल्चरल इवनिंग लिख दीजिए. तो इस तरीके से when you say how did you navigate, so I was the only loopholes. Yes, you find loopholes, and I was the only dancer left in the country. Everyone left the country at that point because they felt how could to survive.
आर्ट खत्म करवा दी.
हाँ, और कैसे सर्वाइव करें. और PTV पे उस वक्त तक एक डांस परफॉर्मेंस म्यूज़िक प्रोग्राम्स भी हुआ करते थे, पर उस ज़माने में ये सब बंद हो गए. सो यू नो वो भी एक ज़रिया था, ज़रा मार्च था म्यूजिशियंस के लिए, डांसर्स के लिए कि प्रोग्राम्स होते थे. तो देयर लाइवलीहुड जस्ट एंडेड लाइक दैट, यू नो. सो दोज हु कुड left the country. In fact, everybody who was involved in this industry, in a sense, it wasn't an industry, but in this business left. And I was the only dancer left in the country for almost 10 years.
Thank you for staying.
And yes, I said, who has the right? I mean, this is my country. I'm not forcing you to come and watch my performance. So why should you force me to leave the country, you know? And so is tarah se I stayed on, I kept on and on with lots of threats, lots of obstacles. But I said कि भाई मरना तो सबको ही है, तो जो भी होता हो, but I will do what I think is right. और मुझे लगता था कि I think when you believe in what you're doing, you know, you genuinely believe कि यही मेरा सच है, this is my truth, then I don't think anything can stop you really. And that's how I managed.
That's beautiful and that's so inspirational. And you've had a fighting spirit always.
I had a fighting
and
spirit.
it's connected with your art and you
Yes.
fought through your art.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the movement that you started, Tehreek-e-Niswan, in 1979.
So, you know, initially I went to an art college. I thought I want to become a painter, an
Acha.
artist. So, I went to art college. In that period, I got some very exciting, I would say, a very dynamic exposure to ideas, because, you know, art colleges are very...
Which college was this?
So this was in London.
This is in London, okay.
Croydon College of Art. And it was also the late 60s. So
Okay.
वो ज़माना जो था was a very exciting time to be, I think, alive and young. Because that was the people were resisting the war in Vietnam. There was a flower power, the hippie
Yes,
scene, you know, the
Beatles
LSD
making this
scene,
amazing music.
Yeah. So it was an exciting time to be there. And उसके साथ-साथ the ideas that I was imbuing, you know, there was the feminist movement had started in America, in UK, and there were these dynamic women who were talking about women's rights, and then there was the blacks movement. वो सारे ideas लेके जब मैं वापस आई पाकिस्तान, and I said कि अब मैं यहाँ क्या करूँगी?
अच्छा.
So I thought कि I want to work with the women in this country.
Right.
Because that's the most oppressed section. And so that was the beginnings of Tehreek-e-Niswan. Niswa means women, by the way. And Tehreek is movement.
Okay.
तो औरतों का movement एक तरह से.
Okay.
तो ये हमने 1970s में ही सोच लिया था. Yeah, much before anything else started here. Tehreek-e-Niswan क्या करता है कि अब देखो, एक तो ये कि हम लोग स्टेज पे या ऑडिटोरियम में परफॉर्म करें, पर चाहे वो डांस हो, चाहे वो म्यूजिक हो, चाहे थे. But then we realized कि art belongs to the people, and people are not coming into your auditoriums. I mean, आम लोग तो नहीं आ रहे ना, जो सड़क चलता इंसान है वो तो आपके ऑडिटोरियम में नहीं आता. It is intimidating for him or her. और कैसे वो आएगा? कोई इधर रहता है, कोई उधर रहता है, कोई फ्रंटियर कॉलोनी में रहता है, वो कितना खर्चा करके अपनी फैमिली को लेके कोई आएगा? नहीं आते ना. तो what we decided is we'll make ourselves mobile and go to them. So I created a section of our work which is called mobile theatre. तो हम लोग ये छोटे छोटे नाटक बनाते हैं और फिर हम खुद ट्रैवल करते हैं, इन इलाकों में जाते हैं, एंड वी डू परफॉर्मेंसेस देयर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. मतलब यू नो,
And what is the reaction to the street theatre?
It's amazing, Ushna, they love it. एक तो ये कि
औरतों का reaction
औरतें तो मतलब मैं बताऊं कि वो उनको मौका कहाँ मिलता है एंटरटेनमेंट का. उनको जब पता चलता है कि यहाँ तहरीक-ए-निस्वां का ग्रुप आ रहा है, क्योंकि हम लोग बार बार बताते भी हैं और फिर एक इलाके में 10 दफा जाएंगे.
अच्छा, so they know.
तो पहली दफा तो पता नहीं होता, ऐसा दे वन कि अगली दफा कब आओगे. और फिर यू सी दे आर डेकिंग अप, ड्रेसिंग अप टू कम, बिकॉज इट इज़ फॉर देम इट इज़ अ बिग ओकेजन कि वो घर से बाहर आ रही हैं, अपने बच्चों को लेके आ सकती हैं, बैठती हैं, एंजॉय करती हैं. एंड सबसे बड़ी बात कि परफॉर्मेंस के बाद हम उनके साथ एक डायलॉग करते हैं. You know, so they open up about their lives. They talk about what they have just heard. कि अच्छा, तो इसमें ये कैरेक्टर ने ऐसे कैसे कर लिया, तो मैं भी शायद अपना, you know.
Do they leave feeling empowered?
Absolutely. That is the whole purpose.
That is so important.
That is the whole purpose.
Brilliant.
And I feel that is my mission in life, to bring art to the ordinary women. This is how I relate my work to my society and my environment.
This is amazing. What a legacy that you're building for yourself.
And nobody had this concept, Ushna.
I hate to go on this break, but I have to. We're going to be right back. Do not go anywhere. We're here with the wonderful Sheema ji, and we're talking about the oppression on women. एक तो हमने मेरी काम के लिहाज से हमने अभी तक the right to leave an abusive marriage normalize नहीं किया ड्रामों में. So I'm also at fault for not, you know, helping progress this.
Media has a great responsibility,
a huge responsibility,
and they're not doing it properly. देखिए, एक पहले तो अगर मैं आर्ट के जरिए से बात करूं कि जब सिर्फ PTV होता था तो क्लासिकल म्यूजिक प्रोग्राम होता था, क्लासिकल डांस प्रोग्राम. अब इतने सारे चैनल्स हैं, nobody does a classical music program. I don't know any channel that has a classical music program. No channel has a classical dance program.
We don't even know. मेरी generation को तो पता भी नहीं है.
I mean, so what kind of people are we creating? तो मीडिया की बड़ी responsibility होती है. और फिर violence भी. I mean,
हम बहुत violence glorify
करते हैं. A man who uses physical violence against his wife, how can you make that person a hero?
Yeah.
He should be the villain.
Yes. We've, Musaddiq and I have, since, you know, I've also evolved in the media now that I'm old enough to make better decisions. Musaddiq and I, when we did our drama, we were very mindful to not do that. And हमने भी एक oath लिया हुआ कि अब हम ये चीज़ नहीं करेंगे.
जितना लोग देखते हैं ना, उतना जैसे तुमने कहा, वो चीज़ normalize होने लगती है.
I agree.
And that is so harmful for a society.
What about changes in law? I just want to ask our audience, and if anybody in a position of power is watching, why are people like Zahir Jafar not brought to justice?
Absolutely.
जब ये चीजें नहीं होंगी, जब वो एक फैसलाबाद में जो एक बच्ची के साथ बाप बेटी ने किया मिलके, why aren't they brought to justice? जब कोई consequences ही नहीं होंगे.
अब तुम ये भी सोचो कि I don't know if you remember the very famous Mukhtar Mai case.
जी.
हाँ, gang rape.
जी.
Where the whole village
and it was allowed. By a jarga. This was the law of that land.
And they are free.
They're free.
The rapists are walking free in the same area, in the same village. Imagine, yes,
and मैंने सुना कि मुख्तार माई की भी जिंदगी उन्होंने बहुत खराब की हुई है. She's open to school. उसकी बिजली काट देते हैं.
Absolutely, because they are walking free and they are rich. And she's not. Acha, and एक चीज़ और वहाँ पे, now I just want to connect it to one thing more here, and that is कि you know when this happened, when the Mukhtar Mai case happened, so if you remember, she was, because it became an international case, na? So she was given certain awards from various feminist organizations, which they wanted to call her. You know that she was not allowed to leave the country.
Why?
सुनो तो ना, because and this was General Musharraf at that time, ये हुआ था उस ज़माने में, and so when he travelled to the US and Pakistani women stood outside wherever he was and asked him, why did you not let Mukhtar Mai leave the country? Why did you put her on exit control list होती है और उसका passport ले लिया वगैरह? So you know what he said, and the head of the country, he was the head of the country at that time. He said, Pakistani women are willing to get raped to get visa for the US.
He did not say this. He said this.
Yes.
He said this.
He said this.
That we are willing to get.
तो हमने उसी वक्त, when we heard the news, we created a play. And we got together रास्ते में ही from our places of residence, रास्ते में हमने वो play बनाया कि ये कहेंगे, and we went and we did it outside Karachi Press Club as a protest. You see, so because I feel, although it was covered by BBC, by इधर कि ये play हुआ on this issue, because otherwise तो ये चीज़ें छुप जाती हैं. तो हम लोग अपने आर्ट को इस तरह से इस्तेमाल करते हैं कि हम इसको as a form of protest इस्तेमाल करते हैं.
I think ये बहुत ज़रूरी है लोगों को समझना, क्योंकि फेमिनिज्म, क्योंकि उसमें इतने डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स हैं कि वो वर्ड थोड़ा कॉन्वोल्यूट हो गया है, और वो जिस तरह लोगों तक पहुंचता है उसकी डिफरेंट परसेप्शंस लोगों की बन गई हैं. देखिए, मेरे लिए वाइट फेमिनिज्म एक बहुत मुख्तलिफ चीज़ है, क्योंकि मैं फ़लस्तीन पे भी बात करूंगी और मैं बड़ी क्रिटिकल हूँ इस चीज़ के कि वाइट फेमिनिस्ट हैव नॉट सेड मच फॉर दिस. तो उन पे हम बात करेंगे.
मगर एक चीज़ और मैं, अगर यू डोंट माइंड माय इंटरप्टिंग यू, एक चीज़ मैं जो कहना चाहती थी फिर मैं भूल जाऊँगी. मेरे लिए फेमिनिज्म का मतलब है कि it's an ideology, एक सोच है.
Ideology, yes.
और वो ये है कि every human being is equal irrespective of class and sex.
Yes.
So you don't discriminate with a man and between a man and a woman.
Yes.
You say that they are equal human beings.
Yes.
You know, there are sexual abusers all over the place. एक case हुआ था, there was a female professor at Karachi University who was harassed by a person who would come there to lecture. He was a guest speaker, and he is still, unfortunately, considered a very respectable poet of the Urdu literature. And this person was found guilty.
Okay.
So it wasn't that he is just accused of it.
He was found guilty.
He was
Proof,
found
everything.
guilty.
Okay.
But till today, he is given respect by so many bodies, cultural bodies in this country, which is so sad. You see, वही मैं बात कर रही थी कि आप किसको हीरो बनाते हैं और किसको नहीं बनाते। तो अगर आपके हेड ऑफ द कंट्री भी इस तरह की बातें करते हैं, बाद में भी ये बातें हुई। रिमेंबर द हाईवे केस
में उन्होंने कहा था कि अकेली क्यों जा रही है, रात के वक्त क्यों जा रही है और उस रास्ते से क्यों जा रही है। और वो बात भी कहीं हुई, एक केस में हुई थी कि छोटे कपड़े पहनेंगे तो हम मर्द रोबोट्स तो नहीं है, इफ यू रिमेंबर। इस तरह के बहुत सारे statements आ चुके हैं from our heads of the state. So I mean, you know, these are our role models, and what are the ordinary men in this country supposed to do? What are they going to learn? But I'm not letting them off. I'm saying every man should think, is responsible. Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's not only your mother and your sister who you have to respect. You have to respect every woman.
Yes, I agree. And going back to because मैं जब भी फेमिनिज्म का नाम लेती हूँ कहीं पे भी तो there's 50,000 things that come in. So मैं ये कहने की कोशिश कर रही थी कि feminism for Pakistani women on a grand level is for people to not say कि हम वीज़े के लिए रेप करवाना चाहती हैं. That is a very basic form of feminism. We're fighting for our lives over here and the right to not be accused of wanting to be raped. I think it's very, very basic and simple. Don't go anywhere. We're having a very excellent conversation with Sheema ji. Welcome back to After Hours. We're having a wonderful gupshup with Sheema ji. Sheema ji, हम feminism पे बात कर रहे हैं. मैंने एक दफ़ा एक बड़ी तंज़िया ट्वीट भी लिखी जो मैं थोड़ा white feminism की towards जा रही थी. जहाँ तक what I know about Pakistani feminism is कि जो पहली मार्च फ़लस्तीन की जिस पे मैं गई वो आपने organize की थी. You along with a couple of other organizations.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for hosting it and thank you for being so outspoken. आप मुझसे बात करें कि जो गज़ा में औरतों के साथ हो चुका है और उस पे constantly आवाज़ क्यों नहीं उठाई जा रही?
Yes, I mean I don't know what one can say because देखिए ये एक genocide हमारी आँखों के सामने हो रही है जिसमें लातादाद बच्चे, लातादाद औरतें एंड पूरी कम्युनिटी को इरेज किया जा रहा है. जेनोसाइड का यही मतलब है कि वाइप देम आउट. एंड उसके साथ साथ ये चीज़ें जब कही जाती हैं कि ये तो जानवर हैं, दे आर नॉट ह्यूमन बींग्स, यू नो, एंड कोई चू नहीं कर रहा है दुनिया भर में. हालांकि आई मीन आई थिंक यंग पीपल have protested all over the world. उष्णा कितनी बड़े-बड़े protests हुए हैं and universities में, मगर the powers that be are continuing and it seems to be a plan to really erase all of that. I don't know what one can say about it except that, you know, it's, to me it is a lot about capital, about money, about power, about the making of arms and ammunition, and we are, हम सब मुलविस हैं उस सारी चीज़ में. I think one has any thinking person today must be an anti-Zionist and must be actively anti. I mean हम तो जहाँ भी होते हैं आवाज़ उठा देते हैं कि बस free Palestine, you know, because what else do you do?
Coming back to dance and what you've done for dance as well as women, आपके बारे में एक बड़ी ज़बरदस्ती चीज़ है कि Sheema ji was one of the 1,000 women globally selected for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2005.
Yes, because I kept on dancing through the period where it was banned, and I think one of the reasons was that because it was my protest, na?
Yes, dance was your protest.
Yes, dance with protest, and I mean I've been using dance as protest constantly. आप देखें कि सेवन में क्या हुआ था, do you know वो जो bomb blast हुआ था?
Is this the Lal Kalandar mein that you did the dhamal in 20?
Yes. So that was also protest. Na, who are you to decide कि dance नहीं होना चाहिए, धमाल नहीं होना चाहिए? Who are you to come and bomb people who are there, sitting there?
And it's their spirituality, their sense of
exactly spirituality. तो कोई space sacred नहीं है क्या? No space in this world is sacred. No life is sacred. I mean, and how can anybody take anybody else's life? You know. इन चीज़ों पे one has to keep on screaming,
And
not
in
just
your case,
protesting.
dancing. In your
And
case,
keep dancing.
Beautiful.
And I think you see, उष्णा मेरे ख्याल में हमारे पाकिस्तानी औरत के लिए डांस का एक एक्स्ट्रा एस्पेक्ट है. वो ये कि देखो हमको जिस तरह से बचपन से कहा जाता है, you should be ashamed of your body. Hide your body, sit like this. I mean, मैं लड़कियों को ये कहती हूँ, when you're walking on the street और आप यूँ करके चादर लपेट के जाए, और ज़्यादा आपको अटैक होगा from the male eye, rather than when they look at you and feel कि पता नहीं ये क्या, इसको कैसे हम तंग करें.
She's strong.
She's strong.
She's strong. Don't teach us to cower. Teach us to be strong, and teach your men to have a better. So your dance.
So dance has these two aspects. It makes you empowered. At the same time, it has such beautiful quality because you see, as I said, it's about storytelling.
Yes.
So there is body language. There's hand gestures. There's face. All that you have. All that a human being has. You use your eyes.
Yeah.
And you can say.
Okay, I would like for you to demonstrate if you can before we go in. Can we get some good lights over here? What was the dance that you did in Pasuri? What was that called? That was so beautiful. I smiled when I saw. Ali Sethi ka Pasuri.
But anyway, so मैं थोड़ा सा classical चीजें जो हम लोग सीखते हैं ना, और जो हम अपने डांस में इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. A lot of that has to do with eyes, with your facial expression, and with the hand language, the whole gesture of hand language. So for instance, if you say to somebody, come to me, there's love in my heart, this is something so beautiful, or that woman is so beautiful, and desire. But at the same time, you can do anger. How dare you, you can show strength, you can show power, and you can go gentle the next very minute. And this is the beautiful thing about our classical dance, that the very strong and the very gentle comes out together. It's a whole language, this beautiful flower opening up, the buds, or the bee on the flower, the water. There's a big tree with lots of branches under which I'm sitting and I'm waiting. Women are constantly waiting. So you're waiting and waiting, and you look up and the rains come, or there are clouds in the sky, or there's thunder and lightning, So all this kind of expression, and it's a lot.
This is beautiful. This is amazing. Where are you performing next? Where can we see you?
Well, I'm going this weekend to Islamabad, but I'm constantly having performances. I would encourage people to come and watch.
जी
I think लोगों का तस्वुर जो है ना डांस के बारे में वो बहुत गलत है, because they haven't seen what classical dance. This is it. It is storytelling.
Yeah.
It is telling. It is you're in my heart. This this is you're in my heart. Come to me, or don't you dare. Don't you dare, मतलब किसी भी तरीके से आप.
It's such a beautiful art form, and I hope for the sake of the next generation that it doesn't die out. Before I let you go, is there a message that you can give to parents to encourage their children for dance?
Yes, I think dance जो है ना वो एक कुदरती चीज़ है जो हर इंसान के अंदर है. हमारा दिल धड़कता है, हमारा पल्स होता है. There is a rhythm to it. If that rhythm is irregular, there's something wrong. तो this is what dance is. हम बात करते हैं, हम अपने हमारे गिर्द मूवमेंट है हर तरफ. तो और जो चीज़ ये सिखाता है डांस, अगर बचपन से आप अपने बच्चों को दें, तो एक तो सबसे पहली चीज़ अपने दिमाग को फोकस करना सिखाता है. इट्स अ डिसिप्लिन. और दूसरी चीज़ माइंड एंड बॉडी कोऑर्डिनेशन जो बनता है ना, क्योंकि देखिए आप खड़े होकर अगर मैं किसी को कहूँ पाँव चलाओ और उसके साथ साथ हाथ मूवमेंट भी करो, तो मोस्ट पीपल कांट डू दैट. बट दिस इज़ व्हाट इट टीचेस यू, अ माइंड बॉडी कोऑर्डिनेशन व्हिच मेक्स अ चाइल्ड कंप्लीट. एक होलिस्टिक बच्चा बनता है. और फिर आई थिंक डांस इज ऑल्सो टीचेस यू एक्सेप्टेंस, टॉलरेंस, लव, बॉन्डिंग. इट इज़ I think it is so important for every child to learn to have that confidence in the body.
What about adults? Can we learn?
Absolutely. I mean,
can you learn at any age?
मेरी classes जो हैं वो 6-year-olds के लिए भी हैं और 50-year-olds के लिए भी हैं. So at any age you can learn. And I mean, everyone doesn't have to become a dancer, but the experience of moving gives you a sense of freedom, of liberation and joy. जैसे मैंने कहा ना कि जब आप देखते हैं, कहीं भी आप देखें लोग मिलके डांस कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद आप उनकी चेहरों को देखें तो एक खुशी दिखाई देती है उनके चेहरों पे. So why is that? Because dance gives you that joy. So let's create that joy. Let's create that beauty around us. So I think आप लोग कोशिश करें कि परफॉर्मेंसेस देखें. आप कोशिश करें कि स्कूलों में, I wish स्कूलों में हो.
I wish so too. बहुत कम schools हैं जिनमें थोड़ा बहुत encourage होता है.
Can I just add something?
Please, you can add anything you like.
I just wanted to say कि तहरीक-ए-निस्वां का अगर आप हमारा Facebook पेज देखें, एक YouTube चैनल भी है तहरीक-ए-निस्वां का. उसमें म्यूज़िक वीडियोस भी हैं. आपने पसूरी का जिक्र किया, हमने खुद भी कुछ म्यूज़िक वीडियोस बनाए हुए हैं. So I would like कि वो how can I, मतलब you just search for Tehreek-e-Niswan YouTube channel.
We'll add the link on the show.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Sheema ji.
Thank you for having me.
What a beautiful conversation. You were so generous with your wisdom. Thank you. And I don't think I have any closing notes. I think what she left us with is brilliant. See you next time on After Hours.